Hello, my name is Navigator, and in today's video we're going to be unboxing the WWE Elite Collection Ruthless Aggression Undertaker. However, he is better known in this gimmick as the American Bad Blank. I'm not exactly sure how YouTube is willing to deal with that word. I'm sure you guys know what word I'm referring to, but for the safety of just the video and the channel, I'm going to try not to swear as much as possible, even if it's that kind of word. But regardless, let's open this figure and see what we have in store. And for the sake of time, what I'm going to do, continuing to go through my videos, I'm just going to cut the tape previous to recording, and that way we can just get right into the figure. So let's do just that, and let's open him up. So on the back here, it does say from Houston, Texas, as opposed to Death Valley, and I believe his finisher is the Tombstone. Because he's, the American BA gimmick, I think that they kind of switched that up a little bit, although I'm not I'm a big Undertaker fan, but I'm not exactly super versed in his lore, I guess you could say, so I'm not too sure. But anyways, that's just what's going on the back of the packaging. And also, a little quick fact here, I did manage to find the Eric Bischoff from the same line, although I'm going to keep this in box. I have a sneaking suspicion this is going to be pretty valuable someday because he's a manager. They don't really do manager figures too often, and yeah, so that's on the side there, but I did pick up two Ruthless Aggression figures this weekend, but let's get Undertaker out of here. See you later, as old Kyle Peterson says. Go subscribe to Kyle Peterson, great guy. But here we have it, the Undertaker, or I guess the Underbiker, as some people do call him, out of the box, still in the packaging, and man, he looks awesome. So let's do that. Let's get him out of the packaging. He does come with a chair and two separate hands, and there are some kind of secret accessories that this figure does come with, and I'll show you what I mean by that in just a second. And he does have one little piece there, so I'm going to get out my trusty knife here, and we're going to slice that open without slicing myself open. And, be a little tougher than I thought. Get a good grip on it. Use my old whittling chip skills from Scouts. And he is out of there. Beautiful. And as you guys know, I love figures that are kind of in plain clothes, or at least they have jeans, and this really does fit the bill for my style of figure. So we'll get a little focus there, and this is going to be the general overview of this Undertaker figure. Now, just to get it out of the way, he does have double-jointed knees and double-jointed elbows, and I'm sure you guys can kind of deduce the rest of the articulation. He can even do a pretty decent split, so there you have it. I'm not sure he really does those too often, but at least you can do it with the Undertaker if you wanted to. And overall, this figure looks great. So starting at the bottom here, it is the same kind of jeans that we see with like the Brock Lesnar and that the AJ Styles from, what was it, the COVID WrestleMania? I forget what number that was. So that's pretty straightforward, although his legs do look a little too bulky. I will say these pants are a little bulky, but maybe they're just reusing another mold where he wears kind of the big black pants, which they probably are. However, the articulation is great, and these boots are styled very, very well. I gotta say that the Mattel figures do a lot better with feet and shoes than the AEW ones do. I can guarantee you on that. On the arms here, he does have tattoos, as you guys can see right there, and some of them are colored in actually. You can see right there on his forearm, he's got some red going on. I know that Undertaker has some more tattoos on his chest and stuff, but I think that this is previous to him getting those, so that's a very accurate representation of his tattoos at the time. And before we look at the kind of really cool part about this figure, let's take a look at the other sets of hands that he comes with. He is wearing these kind of Brock Lesnar styled UFC type gloves. And if it'll focus there, you guys can see, and they're pretty straightforward, nothing too crazy, just kind of these black fingerless boxing gloves or fighting gloves, you could call it. And equipped, he does have the fisted version of those hands, as you guys can see there. So number one thing, the secret accessory, is if you take off the hands, this little piece of black, or almost, kind of a guard there, will come off as well. So that is kind of an option. And if you wanted to throw like a regular fisted hand in there, you can kind of include that black wrist tape almost. It's pretty sweet. So what I'm going to do is, before we wrap up the video, I'm going to show you one piece of this figure that I really like the most, and that is the fact that his bandana is removable. So there you go. You can always use this accessory for something else or keep it on him, but I kind of like him without the bandana. I think he just looks super cool with that, and they did a great job with his short hair, something we don't typically see with Undertaker, but I love this representation of it, and that head sculpt, or I guess head scan with this new technology they have, is absolutely impeccable. Super, super awesome. But overall, guys, I do have to say this figure is super cool. And before we wrap it up, he does come with a chair. Very, very, very basic chair like we see with a lot of other wrestling accessories and figures. So I don't really want to spend too much time on this, but there you go. Oh, I guess he no-sold that chair shot. There you go. But guys, thank you so much for watching my review of the WWE Elite Collection Ruthless Aggression Undertaker, American BA, Underbiker, whatever you want to call him. But guys, I would totally suggest going and picking up this figure. Who knows when we'll get another Undertaker figure, if not another Underbiker figure. So make sure that you guys have this in your collection so you don't miss out on it. And this, of course, is a Walmart exclusive, as are the entire line of the Ruthless Aggression figures. And as always, folks, my name is Navigator. Have a nice day. Take care.